Well, yeah, but they posted up signs that said no turning on red because people were thinking, oh, it's a right turn so you can turn. But really, it's kind of risky.
It's a sketchy turn.
And this chick, because there's, the one, if you're coming out of my neighborhood,
out of the back,
there's that one that goes straight down.
Yeah, it's like a straight road, and there's a road that curves
and then
into
to
it.
the apartments, if you're coming out of the apartments, there's a curve into where Kroger would be.
Yeah, so it's like a U with a line coming off the back of it is what it
this
looks
chick was in that U waiting. She had a green light, and there was oncoming traffic, and she took a hard left into my neighborhood.
And almost got wrecked.
And I was watching her do it. I was like, she's not going to do that. I kept on poking my head out the window, making sure that there was still a green light, because I was like, what is she doing? Because it's a green light, and there's only one way she can go, and she's stopped.
Well, see, if you make that left turn, the problem with that left turn is traffic doesn't stop. The oncoming traffic never
she
stops.
had a red light, and then she took the turn, and took a left turn.
That's illegal anyways, what she just did.
And I was like, she's not, and it was I could just tell, from her mannerisms, because she's, leaning forward and, being weird. I'm like, and she took that left turn, and I was like, and I thought I was gonna see a wreck. Have you ever seen a wreck?
The only thing I've ever seen close to a wreck was me and my dad were going to get, back when we used to ride dirt bikes, going to get a part for the dirt bikes, and we were out, I don't know where we were. We were out an hour or two away at some shop. Mm-hmm. And we're sitting at a stop sign, and we're just sitting there, and there's nobody there. There's us. It's a small town. There's us, and then there's someone on you see a motorcycle. Yeah. So the motorcycle's turning. It gets to the middle of the intersection, and it literally just falls straight over to the right. It's an old man and his elderly wife just fall straight over.
He passed out.
So I'm like, no, I was like, oh my god, are those people all right? He stands up and he looks at me and my dad, double bird, double middle fingers, and all I hear is, "Fuck you!" I'm like, fuck me for what? What are you angry about?
You didn't do anything?
We didn't do anything. We're at a stop sign. He pulls his bike off to the side, so my dad pulls over, he rolls in the window, he's like, "Are you guys alright?" And I hear is, "Listen here, you motherfucker, you made me and my fucking wife eat shit on the concrete, you motherfucker." He comes up to the window and sticks his head in the window, looks at my dad and says, "You alright, motherfucker? You got insurance? Because there's damages on my bike." My dad goes, "Listen here, you little bitch. We didn't get in a wreck. Your old ass just ate shit. Your old ass just ate shit in the intersection. We didn't even touch him." And he goes, "Fuck you," and he gets on his bike and drives off. I was like, what the hell? That was literally one of the weirdest things that ever happened. We didn't crash into the side of your ass. Yeah. You fell over. Your old fucking wrinkly skull lost balance and hit the floor.
People like to put blame on other people when they know they just did something stupid.
He was just, honestly,
I'm the same way.
Angry.
If I do something stupid, I'm no one wants to admit to something that they did wrong.
When you're playing video games and it's always your team, or you're playing sports. We'd have won if it wasn't for my fucking team. No, we'd have won if you didn't suck.
Yeah.
But no one wants that kind of shit put on them.
No, because no one wants to be the center of bad attention.
No, it's terrible.
I mean, there is that saying.
Well, there are some people that like to be the center of attention, good or bad, and I will never understand that, because who wants bad publicity and who wants to ruin their rep like that?
I guess
if I'm gonna have rep, I'd rather have no rep. I guess in some situations it is, but I'd rather have no reputation than a terrible one. I'd rather be known as I don't really know that kid.
Like Bill Cosby, he's got good rep.
Yeah, Bill Cosby. Everyone wants to be like Bill Cosby.
Yep. Jared from Subway.
Jared from Subway. They have just such great rep.
Neighborhood barbecue.
You'd rather want to be someone like Bill Cosby or Jared Fogle than somebody that people hate.
There's a online chick. I don't know if you probably don't know. Her name's Whitney, Wisconsin.
Never heard of it.
She is. Do you know who Leafy is here? He's like a YouTube person.
Yeah, I only watch limited YouTubers.
Yeah, I don't watch him. He's just getting big.
Yeah.
And he made a video about this chick that has sex with dogs. And was
this on Keemstar?
Yeah, it was on
Drama Alert. I saw something with Drama Alert.
Yeah, so this chick is getting super big because she's known as the dog fucker.
Talking about that, that's what that was. Okay, I had a Twitter account. It was your contact has made an account, and I didn't know who it was. It was admit to it or I'm posting the pics. And it was literally a pic. It was an account, and the collage was just someone getting railed by a dog.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know who it was though, but it was weird.
I was like, what is this? But now it makes sense.
Yeah, she's getting pretty big. But anyway, do you have another topic or you want me to?
What were you saying about the dog railing? You just kind of dropped it.
We were talking about all publicity is good. Publicity.
Yes,
it's a hard word, but that's why I thought I knew Wisconsin, because I follow her on Twitter because she does a lot of she's like getting rich as shit because of this, and so
who's donating money to her?
Well, it's not donations.
How's she getting money? She has views. People are just trying to figure out who she is.
Well, no, she has her face in the videos.
Well, I mean, like people are like, oh, I've never heard of her channel. Let me go watch her videos, kind of thing.
Well, she has like a YouTube channel. It doesn't have much views, but she has a Tumblr that she makes money off of, and like a Vimeo or something like that. Like where she showed a picture like where she had like $22,000 in her Amazon account and was doing giveaways, and like there was this thing where people were sending her these pictures of a boxer dog, just making sweet love to her, and she was.
And it was actually actually her. This proven it's her.
Yes, and people were like, because there's a video that is kind of hard to find. Not that I know, but I just read online. And
read online.
No, I swear I haven't seen the video. But like the whole thing was people were like sending her these pictures from the video and saying like, oh, you know, if you don't, and tweeting them at like Keemstar and all these people that like are big, and she was paying people like $500 to delete the tweets and stuff. And the thing is, I think that she doesn't really care. It was just another form of giveaway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she was like,
she's one example of one of those people.
Because she's known as the dog fucker, and she takes that like. She's like
lightly. It's part of her reputation now. Like you're saying, any publicity to her is good publicity, and if that means ruining her reputation, having the reputation of dog fucker,
being banned from all dog parks.
Yeah, you can't walk into PetSmart without being detained.
It's I don't. She told the story about her first time making love to a dog, and it was something like.
She told her story.
Yeah, it was. She was like staying the night at her friend's house. She's only 18. So it's legal. But she was staying the night at a friend's house. Oops. You can't that. And she was staying the night at a friend's house, and the friend went to bed or whatever, and she was watching a movie or whatever, Netflix, and the dog was like laying on her lap, and maybe she was naked or I don't remember exactly, but the dog started just giving her a couple licks, and apparently like she liked it or whatever, and then the story ends with like. Her friend wakes in to her having sex with the dog. Excuse me. And then the friend
joins in.
Oh,
I'm gonna throw up.
And yeah, it's just family friendly.
That's great. That's
how do you
great stuff?
Like, what are the odds that someone would join in? Because I know if I walked in and you were having sex with one of my dogs, I'd be like.
Bro,
you need to leave. Or
like, dude, like, hop over. That's my dog. He can only do that to me.
Come on, man. Share some. It's like, what? But what are the chances two dog fuckers are in the same place?
Let's say there's like a. What do you think the ratio of? Like, if you can say you have 30 people, how many of them are dog fuckers? Probably zero.
Wait, how many of them are potential dog fuckers?
How many of them are dog fuckers? Like, you say you have 30 people. I'll say 2 of them are dog fuckers. What are the chances both of those people unknowingly are in the same room? Probably small. I don't know. Some number. Yeah, it's probably small.
You think, or something. Maybe 2 in every 50 people have either had sex with a dog.
It's probably even smaller than that. It's probably like 2 out of probably several hundred, maybe 1,000. I think it's not a common thing.
This is what I was going to say. 2 out of every 100 people either fantasize or have had sex with a dog.
Okay, that's probably a little more, realistic. I mean, do you count Nah, you wouldn't count that. I was going to say, do you count like people who are like into furry stuff as fantasizing about an animal? I think they just have the fantasy of
because they fantasize about animals with human qualities.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of animals, what's the I had this in my notes too. The biggest animal you could take barehanded.
Like in a fight?
Well, yeah, you're not taking it to prom.
This is actually something if you know me, I mention literally like I don't know if it's one of my catchphrases, but like I have told multiple people.
You have a catchphrase?
Blammy. Okay, that's not actually it, but I've told multiple people, like, I will never die to a wild animal. That's a pretty broad assumption, but, I'm never going to die to a wild animal. So I feel like if a mammoth came out to me, I'm going to climb up that bitch and I'm going to punch its eye into its skull and I'm going to kill it. I will not die to a wild animal. So what's the biggest animal I could take? What's the biggest animal that exists? And that's what I pick.
Really? I was gonna say maybe a raccoon.
Okay, realistically speaking, I think I could probably.
Don't throw away your theory. Don't throw it away.
Okay, fine. But like,
you really think though, if a mammoth was charging at you, it'd swing on
that shit's gonna spear me with its fucking tusk, and I'm gonna die. But I think it'd be embarrassing to die to a wild animal. Realistically, I could probably beat the shit out of a fox or something.
A bear has the power to like, if a bear swipes your head, it knock
it clean off.
Knock it off. I
could probably beat the shit out of a wolf.
But I guarantee I might not be able to go toe to toe with a bear, but I could totally dodge some swipes. If I saw that thing standing up, rearing up, I would roll and dude. I
think it's a lot easier like on paper than it is in.
Give me a sword, I could take a bear out.
I actually had that's kind of like something I always wanted to do. You know, go into a wolf den with a sword and have the alpha come battle me.
That's something you wanted to do?
I feel like it'd be kind of cool. And then, like, I wear the alpha's head as a pelt over me, and I control the pack. Like, I'm the leader.
I wonder if that's what happens, like some Jungle Book shit. If you beat the alpha, you are the alpha now. Dude,
I'd be.
Is it like Fast and Furious?
Master.
Ride together.
Ride or die.
Ride together, die together. We're family now. And you and the wolf pack.
Yeah, something like that. It's me and I'm the wolf pack.
The
not from The Hangover,
no.
But like legit wolf pack.
Well, they're not good at anything in The Hangover. Actually, you know,
they're good at getting drunk.
They are good at solving mysteries.
They did piece that together pretty well.
Jungle Book just came out, and that made me talking about the wolf pack made me think.
Actually, it looks decent.
Did you know it was all CG except for that little boy? Like,
yeah.
The animals were CG. There was no they were never on location in a jungle. It was all a set in LA.
Man.
Apparently it was fantastic. I was pretty skeptical. It was like, I like practical effects, right? Like,
yeah.
But apparently it was phenomenal in the CG. It's like we're getting to the point with CGI where it's like
you can make CGI movies and people wouldn't question it. Like, did you see The Good Dinosaur?
No, I didn't.
Obviously, that movie is made to look like it's animated, but the nature shots in that movie are so realistic. You would never, ever even imagine that it was animated.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, like with the panther, I don't remember the name of it, but like with the panther in this movie, like I was looking at screenshots and trailers and shit. If you do not know this movie CGI, and someone told, well, I'm not
watch this
stupid,
clip
but
of a panther.
Yeah, if there was a scene where like the panther was just walking and someone showed me a clip and was like, oh yeah, look at this cool panther scene, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. And if they told me that was CG, I'd be like, what? Like it's getting to the point where CGI is getting good to the point where it's like I have to look at it and be like, I can't tell if that's practical or not. Because even look at the trailers for Civil War, Marvel Civil War, where it's like you see Captain America throwing his shield, and how you go back and look at the first one, and then like when he throws his shield, you don't really see it happen. You see him throw it, and then maybe it bounces off a wall, but like it's very like choppy, and it's they're making sure you don't see the whole thing because they can't do that. Like you can't fucking throw something.
Have you seen I did look the CGI of Spider-Man in Civil War. The trailer.
That's good.
People were saying it looks terrible. People are like, who put the Play-Doh figure in? But I did see that if you watch it through an IMAX camera, it's supposed to be the most detailed suit they've ever made.
I haven't read that, but no, that suit, the new Spider-Man suit, it is the most comic book looking suit.
It is the most comic book looking suit. It almost looks like a cartoon.
It's got the fat spider on the back, and people were mad because if you look, his lenses in his eyes, kind of like when he's like, hey guys, his eye lenses like close up, and people are mad about that. But if you read the comics, which I just got done reading all of the Civil War comics because I'm very excited. I dropped $60 on movie tickets, buying them for me and a couple other people. But I just got done reading the Civil War comics, and in the comic line, Spider-Man gets a suit from Iron Man called the Iron Spider, and it's got all this tech shit and whatever, and it's able to, whenever you look at something, it enhances it for you.
Yeah.
And so it's like maybe they go that route and it makes sense.
I can see that happening in this movie.
But I mean, even like Daredevil, like his eyes are animated in the movie. Did you see? I mean, not Daredevil, Deadpool.
Yeah,
like his eyes
obviously they're animated.
Yeah, they're animated.
You can't show emotion through a mask. You just be straight face.
So maybe just superhero shit are starting to do that. But
I mean, I feel like no matter what, someone's gonna have a stupid comment to say about something.
Well, I feel like most of the people that are saying that, because the people that hate superhero movies have a preconceived notion that they're all bad and they're all just stupid. But
I like some, I don't like others. But I'm not a big buff.
Like,